Cross House Sift and Thrift. Cindy Krause here. How's it going, you guys? Thanks for watching this channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for watching, and I hope you watched the end of the video. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just had to show you. I just packed up multiple packages that I sold from last night and this morning, and everybody has been saying that sales are slow, and yes, they were for me. But you guys, this is the key. You pick a listing goal for every day and you be consistent with it, you will see the sales. My listing goal is 10 a day. And most days I do hit that, but I'm usually somewhere between 7 and 10, and the sales will come. You have to consistently list, you know, I would say more than one. I'd say 5 to 10 a day to start seeing your sales rolling in. So yes, sales have been slow for some people. And even when you do get sales, you might get a lot of lowball offers or lower sales than you expected, but that's okay. You know, I got anywhere from $9 sale to a $25 sale. So, you know, if you're going to get a bunch of $9 sales, cumulatively, that adds up to a lot. So I'm really happy with my payouts this week. And I'm looking at my drape over there. Woo. Yeah, that's my new drape setup, you guys. It's, yeah, I just used one of those hooks and I put holes in my sheets, and I have a black background sheet. And then I have like a kind of a light gray sheet there. Obviously, if you got white items, you want to use the black or light colored items, but most of my items I use that light color sheet, and it's been going great. And the other thing I did is I niched down. So instead of selling everything, they call them an everything seller. I am mostly selling clothes. I still sell shoes and, you know, bras or purses, that kind of thing. Or if I go thrifting with my hubby, you know, he likes to buy other hard goods, and I buy them occasionally. But I've been trying to stay away mostly from breakables and, you know, big hard goods, you know, big items. Although we did sell recently, John had gotten this car seat, like a Graco car seat. It was in the box. I flipped that on eBay for 35, I think. 35 to 40. So I'll get the occasional heavy items. But yeah, clothing is my niche now, and it's going great, you guys. I have 16 bins full of clothes and I'm still listing. I'm really getting through my death pile, which I recommend you guys do. And it's great. Every day I come up to my office and I just list, and I get my 10 a day. The other day I did 12 a day. Yesterday I did 7, so I made up for it. But I wanted to show you guys what I am shipping out today, and showing you that you can do this too. Just consistently list a 5 to 10 to 15 a day, and I'm telling you, you will see the sales. So just don't be discouraged. Just keep going. You'll get it. So let me show you guys. All right, this is my package of goodies of items that people bought. You know, let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am happy with that. Today I'm going to finally do a what sold. I haven't done one in a while, so I have a lot of sales that I haven't talked about. But I thought I would do the ones that kind of were really good sales. So I just kind of want to give you guys some of the better what sold. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through on my computer and just kind of tell you guys about these. And I hope they're really of interest to you, because that will help you to look the next time you are out sourcing, and you're like, oh, Cindy sold this, so I could sell this too. That's the point of why I share these. It's not to brag, it's to help you guys, because I want you to have the same success with these items too. All right, I sold this time chart, a biblical history, charts, maps. John had picked this up at the Mustard Seed. If you guys have watched my channel, you know I love that thrift store. It's one of our favorites in Twin Falls. It's an awesome thrift store. We get a lot of great bolos there that we have flipped over the past several months. And John picked this up. It was in the case, but it was only $1. Oh my goodness. And we're like, this is kind of cool. We thought about keeping it, because we're Christians. It was really cool. It had a lot of geography from the Bible. But then as soon as we comped it, we're like, no, we're selling this. Some had sold for $300. So I listed mine for $275. And then I always run sales in both of my stores, and I didn't realize that this one had got caught up in the sale. So I think it was 12% off. So the price was $237.97, $238 rounded. So it sold within of just a few days. And I'm like, I am fine with $238, maybe it would have sat at the $275. You don't know. I was thrilled. That is one of my highest sales to date. So with shipping, the buyer paid $261. They're from Georgia. I'm just really happy with that. So let's go to the next one here. Okay, I did sell that Graco infant cart seat I was telling you guys about for it was $35. Sold that within a week, and we paid $5 for that. I believe that was another thrift haul. Most of these are from thrift stores. That's mostly where we source. We actually haven't been going to yard sales yet because the weather hasn't been great. And then last weekend John was sick. We were going to go last Saturday and we just stayed home. So we are definitely going this weekend. I can't wait. Today's Thursday, May 18th. So we're going to be heading out on Saturday, because the week after that, we're going to San Francisco area to my nephew's wife's baby shower. She's having a baby in June, and my whole family's going, and I'm very excited about that. So definitely want to hit some yard sales this weekend, and I'll get you guys footage of that. Sold this dress I'd had for, oh my gosh, I think I bought it last summer at the thrift store down the street. It was only 25 cents, you guys. That's when all their clothing was 25 cents. But now they've upped it to, some clothing is $1, some is, price per item. It's still good. I'm fine with that. So I sold it for $22. And yeah, I had it listed for months. But you know what? Some people feel like you should turn your items over in 3 to 6 months. I'm fine with letting them sit for a year if that's what it's going to take. Now, I have had some things for sale 2 to 3 years, and that's when I'm going through my inventory and going, maybe I should be getting rid of some things. And when we move, we are going to have a garage sale, so I will definitely use a lot of my inventory that hasn't sold in to get that out, to get that sold. Okay, so just kind of a fun thing. It was only $10. But these Samsung 3D glasses, didn't have those very long. Sold them for $10, but we bought them for like 50 cents. So yeah, like I was telling you guys earlier, the $9, $10 sales, don't balk at those. If you get enough of them, they accumulate. And, you can't always have the 20, 30, 40, 50 and up sales. So those are like the bread and butter sales, Those are you're going to get a lot of those, because especially nowadays in the economy we're in, people don't want to spend a lot of money. They're being frugal. So, and I get it. So I sold this Loft Plus women's sleeveless jumper. I didn't have that very long, just a few days. I think somebody gave me that. I sold it for $15.54. Sold this clock I had for several months. I probably paid $1 or $2 for it at the thrift store. Sold it for $14. Yeah, I was happy to get that out. Music mover CD holder, sold that for 20. I had it at like 35, but they offered me 20 and I took it. Been sitting for a while. If you guys didn't know, a great bolo is those vintage CD holders, because they're CD holders or cassette holders. This one was having a CD holder, but I have sold the cassette holders as well, because there are people who have CDs and cassettes that they need to store, and they're like, they make them portable. They have like a strap so you could take on trips. So yeah, if you find that, I would pick that up. I've sold about 3 of them now, and I have one still for sale that's sitting, but I know it's going to sell eventually. This life jacket I had for a while, a few months. I probably paid a couple dollars for that. Job life jacket vest. That got caught up in one of my sales, so it sold for $13. I had it at like 25, but I was happy. You know, it does take up space. It's, you know, it's just sitting there, and I was so happy to get it flipped and moved on, as I am with most of these. I have so many clothes and shoes and purses. And like, I sold these shoes, these Clark's women's shoes. I had these for months. In fact, I think these were my shoes. Yeah. When I was working in an office, I used to wear these shoes. So now that I'm at home, I've gone through all my shoes and my clothes, and I've flipped a lot of them on eBay. Just get them up there and get them out. And the ones that didn't sell for much on eBay, I donated. I've been donating a lot to our local thrift stores. Things that I had that won't sell for much on eBay, I'd rather just donate them to people. You know, get them to people that need them and want them. Okay, I sold this phone. John got this. It was in a box. It was this AT&T intercom speaker phone, and it sold for $31.48. I had it maybe a month. So phones, if you can get them in boxes, those are going to sell better than the ones that are loose. And yeah, they got it and no complaints. So I'm happy about that. Okay, I sold this vintage Flora Necruz chemise baby doll lingerie. And that was quick. I think I got that at Deseret Industries, and probably paid $1 or $2 for it. Sold it for $18 within a week. It was pretty quick. I don't generally sell this type of lingerie, but it was really pretty. It was white, and it had these really pretty rosettes on the top, and it had like a tulle, you know, skirt. It was really pretty. So I actually wasn't surprised it sold. So look for lingerie, you guys, not just vintage lingerie, which I like selling, and I have sold and done very well with it. But, you know, any kind of lingerie. And this was a size medium, and it sold quickly to a guy. So I was wondering if he bought it for his wife or girlfriend or what. But yeah, look for that lingerie, you guys. It's so easy to photograph and list and ship. It's a no-brainer to me. It's just like bras. Bras are a little more difficult because you have to, you know, like I put them on my mannequin and I've got to hook them up, or you put them out on your table and take a picture. You know, maybe it's the same. You know, I did put this lingerie on a mannequin as well. I'm not using my mannequin as much. I'm doing more of I don't have a setup for a flat lay, but I do hang my clothing now. Unless it's an item like lingerie or bra that I feel looks best on a mannequin, or a dress. I put the dresses on mannequins too, because I think that looks better than just hanging or flat. Get it out. Okay, this I just listed and sold it like the next day. Hard Rock Cafe men's polo shirt. It's a medium. I used to always just buy larges and up, but now I'm buying smalls and mediums too, because those sell too. Maybe they sit a little longer and you get less money than for the 2XL and 3XL and up, but they do sell. $13.84. I paid $1.50 for that, you guys. So I'm happy about that. I just sold this vintage needlepoint pillow. They messaged me and they said they don't need the insert, just the cover. So I took the insert out and I shipped them the cover. So vintage needlepoint pillows do well, guys. So that's like the third needlepoint pillow I've sold on eBay. So I'm always on the lookout for those when I'm out. They're usually very inexpensive. I probably paid $1 or $2 for this. Flipped it for 21. So I had it for like 28, but there was a little damage. They offered you 21. I took it. I was happy to take it. So got that. That was one thing that I had shipped out today. Finally sold these Dansko women's sandals. I had these for like 6 months. I think their price was too much. I think I had them at 40. Then I kept lowering 30, 35, 25. And I think they were on sale, the person offered me 21 and I took it. There should be a problem with these, but there are issues with Danskos, you guys. The clogs, or I think some of the other shoes, they are just disintegrating. And these I tested, they were fine. So to test them, you're gonna take the shoe and kind of flip it back and forth and see if there's any kind of separation or breakage, because that has been a complaint about some Dansko shoes. I think a lot of people buy them for if they're like in the medical industry, like the clogs, and they've had some issues with them falling apart. So be careful when you buy Danskos. Just sold this Big Dogs sweatshirt for $10. I was fine with that. Just get it out of here. That's my motto. So this Michael Kors lightweight hooded jacket. That was the first time I sold a Michael Kors. And I think I bought that really cheap for like $2 at a thrift store. Sold that for 22. I was hoping to get more because there was one that sold for like 35, but that's what they offered me. I took it. Like I said, I'm taking all reasonable offers, you guys. I've noticed if I counter offer, 9 times out of 10, the person will not take the counter offer. So I seriously think about counter offering, and I would recommend you too, because think about what you pay for the item, how long you've had the item, what the item is worth, and think about it. If you decline that offer, it might sit for months on your shelf. That's happened to me where just listed an item and I know what it's worth, and I declined the offer and I still have the item to this day, and it was months ago. And I really wish I had taken the offer. So, I sold some games, you guys. John's been getting games. I sold this chronology. I think that's what you call it. Card game for $12.71. Yeah, previous to that, I had sold some other games. Let's see. Let me see if I can find them, you guys. Oh, the other thing, you guys, I sold a part to this portable ice maker. Usually, and you probably had this too, where people message you and they say, hey, will you just sell this part of, an item you're selling? Or let's say you're selling a lot and they just have one. And I used to always say, no, I'm sorry, I don't separate the item. But lately they've come back and say, hey, I'll pay what you're asking for just the one part. Okay, yeah. That's happened to me before. So now if somebody's going to ask me if I want to part something else, I was going to say, well, what are you going to pay for it? Because if they're going to pay what I'm asking for a whole lot of things, or just one thing that they want a part of, yeah, I'll sell them the part. So I just it was an ice maker, and I sold them a couple things, and it didn't work anyway. I was selling it as broken. So I just ended up throwing it out, because I wasn't going to redonate that. So, yeah, I always sold this Affliction t-shirt, concert shirt, $14.65. Concert shirts can be good or bad. It depends. I have a few listed that are sitting. It depends who it is and how old it is. If it's vintage, of course, that's going to be a lot more valuable and go quicker than if it's a newer made shirt. And again, it depends on the band. So I have a couple Rolling Stone shirts that are just sitting there that I haven't sold. So, okay, and one thing I want to mention with this, you guys, it's a Wilton cake mold. I had no idea what this was. John bought this. I think we got it free or for $1. And I went on some Facebook groups. I never got a reply as to what it was. I went on another Facebook group and they said, oh, it's a cake mold. And they gave me a link. And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. because I wasn't going to be able to list it because I didn't know what it was. I think I probably put that in a previous video that I didn't know what it was. So I sold it for $8.62. I was happy with that. No problem there because I was going to redonate it. I didn't know what it was. So, hey, I got something out of it. So, and you know, I sold this one thing that I used for a long time, but I didn't have a use for it because I organized everything. It was this drawer I got in Boise. We lived in Boise last year. Maybe spent $5 on it, and I sold it for 12. I really wanted more. I wanted 20 actually, but that's okay. You know, I doubled my money at least, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, just sold this Hager men's shirt, really cool shirt, button down shirt. Some people say button up, some people say button down. John says button up, I say button down. I guess it depends where you live, maybe. Really cool black men's shirt with these cool accents on the front, $12.72. But I just listed that for a few days, so yeah. All right, you guys, that's some of my what solds. I hope that shows you that, you know, a variety of things could sell at different times, but, you know, look for these things. Even if I made $10 off it, I made $10. So, of course, you're going to want to buy probably the items that sell for $15 and up. But, you know, like I said, the $9, $10 ones are your bread and butter. And I'm still kind of an everything seller, you know, but I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to niche down to clothing. And I have found with clothing, I can easily, well, get at least 7 listings a day. Like I said, my goal is 10. Sometimes it's the end of the day and I haven't completed and I'm hungry when I go have dinner or something. But most of the time I get those done. And the reason why is because it's just clothes. I photograph them all at once. I bring them over, sit down at my desk, and I just list them. I know some people use a tape measure and they put it on the item, but I don't want to do that. I know I've heard of people say it's confusing to them, you know, with the tape measure. And I don't have a flat lay. I just kind of have a hanging thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that because that would be easier. I don't have to write down the measurements. I don't know. Maybe I'll try. Oh, this isn't the measurements, you guys. That is my daily listings. So this is KH and this is my other. These are my 2 stores. I just do 1 a day in my other store and I try to do 10 on Cross House Sift and Thrift. So, and you know, I go up to 12. So that just keeps me accountable because sometimes I'll be like, oh, how many have I done now? But no, I've shown you guys the measurements thing over here, and I just print them out on this paper that I never use for anything but this. It's purple. I got it at a thrift store about a year ago and I'm just trying to use it up. You know, it's working for me. I actually don't mind doing that. It's very quick. But it's very quick as well to do clothing because that's all I'm doing. When I was listing all these different items, you know, I have to go to the table, take the picture, I have to measure them, and I'm looking at, and then I have to look them up. This way, it's very quick to look them up. If I sold it before, I don't even have to look it up because I already know what it sells for. And I just, but if I've never sold it or don't know what the comps are, I just go on eBay and I look quickly and I just, you know, I look at the high and the low and I kind of shoot for the middle. And then I used to do sell similar off of other people's items, but now I've been doing sell similar off of my items. That way all my verbiage is already in the listing. And I don't know if you guys have tried the new listing template with eBay, but they're kind of forced me to do it. There's good and bad with it. There's some things that are still glitchy. I'll put in a shipping amount and then they change it. Like I'll put in flat rate shipping, and they'll change it to calculated. And so I have to go change it again. So I'm really looking forward to them fixing these glitches. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, let me know. Please send me a comment, like this channel, please, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Take care, you guys. Love you. So appreciate you. Take care. See ya.